everyone, I'm Julie from Julie's Everything Treasures, and I hope you enjoy this video. I'm going to be doing of a hammered copper metal look, and if you like this video, please give it the thumbs up, and if you're enjoying my channel, please subscribe and tell all your friends. I much appreciate it, as I like to grow this little business and keep things going, and then hopefully one day I'll be able to come on here live. Anyway, I'm Julie from Julie's Everything Treasures, and we're going to be turning this old, it's so cute, but we're going to be turning it into something more modern and more in style. So I got this from a thrift store. It was 50 cents, used to be from a dollar store, and I picked it up from a thrift store. So I'm going to bring you down. We are going to be using Spackling. And with the Spackling, I like this product because when it's wet, it is pink, as you can see. And when it's dry, it goes white. So I can tell the right whiteness of when I want it to be a little bit dry, or I know what it's up to. So I'm just trying to get out some of the Spackling, and I'm just going to be putting a thin layer all over the outside of this. So I'm going to just wipe on a whole, just thin layer everywhere. Just using the spatula, just try and get it as far as you can, everywhere, all over, all the way around. Right up to the top. Try not to pull off as you're putting it on. That's one of the hard things about this, when you're not used to using it. And then the other side, the same thing, putting lots on and then just pushing it out. You don't need it too thick, just a thin layer everywhere. As I say, just try not to pull off what you've put on. That's kind of the whole hard part of doing this. This sticks to plastic, wood, pretty much everything. I've used it on many different things, and when I get pretty much to, I'm going to put a little bit more on this corner. When I get to this part, I start to use my fingers. The key thing with if you are using fingers, it's better to use gloves. Do what I say, not what I do. If you're not using gloves, please, dry, clean your hands straight away while the spackling is still wet on your fingers. Don't wait for it to dry out. I don't totally know all the compound, what it's made of, but I do know that it's a drying, so you don't want it to dry out your hands. So just rubbing it around everywhere, flattening it out, smoothing it out. Making sure I have all the areas, bringing it right up. Flattening it out. Almost done. You want it as covered as much as possible. I'm just going to get a little bit more on my fingers just for this end piece here. As I say, I find using this stuff easier with my fingers, but be careful of your hands. Always, wash your hands. You don't want to be doing this every day, because you would get dry, cracked hands eventually. But I certainly don't do this kind of thing every day. So when you've pretty much got it everywhere, you can get a little bowl of water, put your fingers in the water, and just go back over and smooth out with the water, just so it's nice and smooth. You don't have any big chunks anywhere. And just, as I say, just smooth it nicely. It helps it move it around too if you've got any areas. Just get your hands and just smooth it out. the last bit here. And as you can see, this is still pink, so it's still wet. So I'm going to leave it to partially dry, which means that when it's dry, it goes white. So you know when it's dry. But I don't want it fully dry. I just want the top layer dry. So I'm going to just leave it for a few minutes to dry just a little bit. And then we'll come back in and we will do the actual hammered effect look. I'll be right back. Okay, it's starting to whiten a little bit, and this is the stage I want it to be at. And what you need is something kind of roundish on the end, so an end of a pen, pencil, whatever you want, and a little bit of water. You dip your end in of your pencil into the water, and then you're going to push down and create holes in the spackling. You can push hard on some, and you can push lightly on others, all different sizes, all close together. And I find if you just keep adding a little bit of water to your pencil, you get different, it doesn't stick at all. And you just keep going in, making holes everywhere, all over. So let's just get this so you can see it. And I'm just going to keep going around, poking holes everywhere. Close together, randomly, no pattern. You don't want it perfect. This is going to be a hammered copper look. If you find it starting to stick a little, then you can just dip the end back in the water. And just keep going. Some of them, as I say, big, some little. You could even have maybe a pen and a pencil for different sizes, but don't make a pattern. Try not to do that. And go all over. And this is the effect you want, all over. When I finish that, I'm going to let it completely dry, so it needs to be completely white. So I'm going to keep going with this, making these holes, these little divots into the spackling, and then I will be back. When it's completely dry, it'll be nice, white and sturdy. This is when we're going to spray paint all over. We're going to spray paint some inside too, and what I'm using is this one here. It's a rose kind of copper. I couldn't find just regular copper, so I got rose copper. So we'll see what happens. Obviously with these, it's usually shake well and spray. So that's what I'm going to do, shake it really well. And then just spray everywhere. Nice coverage all over, getting all over it. Around all the sides, making sure you get right into the crevices. You don't want any of the white showing. And try and get inside a little bit too. Doing this outside because it is a spray paint. And as I say, just give it a really good coating. And then leave it to dry. And now the actual pot is dry, it's finished. It can be for indoors or outdoors. And here's the final finished look. Kind of a hammered copper. Something a little different. And as I say, it was a 50-cent, just metal container. A little bit aged, a little bit out of fashion. And now it looks amazing. And completes this little display nicely. If you like this video, please give it the thumbs up. and also subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching Julie's Everything Treasures. Thanks again.